Alrighty then, Edexcel Foundation GCSE Maths June 2019 Paper 3. Let's do this. Number 1. Write 478 to the nearest 100. So that's going to round up to 500. Number 2. Write down a multiple of 8 between 41 and 60. So there's two options there, 48 or 56. Number 3, change 1.5 kilometers to meters. So every 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So this is 1,500. Number 4. Here is a list of numbers. From the list, write down the numbers that are powers of 3. So this means, for example, 3 to the power 1 is 3. But that's not there. So 3 to the power 2, 3 squared is 9. That's there. And 3 cubed is 27. So we also want 27. Number 5, write 19% as a fraction. So percent means per 100. So 19% is 19 per 100. Number 6. Work out 20% of 80. So, given that this is a calculator paper, the quick way to do it is 0.2 times 80. And you will get 16. Of course, you can find 10%, which is 8, and then double it. Number 7. There are 4 types of counter in a bag. The table shows the number of each type of counter in the bag. So we have red circles, red squares, and green squares. There are more green counters in the bag than red. How many more? So let's work out the green. So for green we have 26 and 7. That's 33. And then for red we have 16 and 11. That's 27. So 33 minus 27 is 6. Okay, number 8. So here is the gauge for the fuel tank of a car. The fuel tank holds 52 litres when it's full. The tank is 1/4 full. How many more litres are needed to fill the tank? So if it's 1/4 full, we need 3/4 more. So 1/4 of 52 is 13 litres. So we need 3 times that to fill the tank, which is 39 litres. Okay, number 9, we want to simplify 4e, add 6f, add 7e minus f. So, if it helps, we can rewrite this first of all to 4e add 7e add 6f minus f. Now we want to write that in as fewer terms as possible. So altogether we have 11e. Now 6f minus 1f is 5f. So we have 6e add 5f. Sorry, 11e add 5f. Okay, number 10. Bill has 400 counters in a bag. He gives 35 counters to Samina, 50 counters to Henry, 75 counters to Lucas. What fraction of the 400 counters are left in the bag? Okay, so let's work out how many counters he's given away. So 35 add 50 add 75 is 160. So the counters he has left is 400 minus 160, which is 240. Now, as a fraction of the original 400, that's 240 out of 400. Now they want it in its simplest form. So, they both have a common factor of 10, so it's 24 over 40. Both have a common factor of 8, this is 3/5. Now remember, your calculator could have done that straight away. Number 11, now the table shows the cost of sending a parcel by express service and rapid service. Brendan has to send 12 parcels. It will be cheaper to send the parcels by the express service than by the rapid service. How much cheaper? Okay, so let's work out the cost for each. So by express, it's going to be 12 times £15 25p, which is £183. And then by the rapid service, it's going to be 12 times 35.38. And that is going to be £424.56p. So, to then work out how much cheaper express is, we do 424.56 minus £183, and that gives us £241.56p. Okay, then for part B, Luke wants to send 21 parcels by the express service. He uses the calculation 20 times £15 equals £300 to estimate the cost. Explain why Luke's calculation shows that the actual cost will be more than £300. So what he's done there, he's rounded both numbers down. So he's rounded 21 down to 20 and £15.25 down to £15. So both numbers he's used are under estimates. So the actual cost is going to be more. Okay, number 12, we have a ratio. So in the description down below, I have a whole playlist on foundation ratio past paper exam questions, which you can download to try yourself. It's a good time. So Ali, Ben and Kathy share an amount of money in the ratio 6 to 9 to 10. What fraction of the money does Ben get? Okay, so for that we need to know the total number of parts the ratio has. So 6 add 9 add 10. Now that is going to give us 25. So altogether the ratio has 25 parts. Ben gets 9 of those parts, so it's 9 out of 25. Okay, number 13. The first term of a sequence of numbers is 24. The term row of the sequence is add 8. Josie says no number in this sequence will be a multiple of 5. Part A, give an example to show that Josie is a row. So if we get the second term will be 32. So the fourth term is 40, which is a multiple of 5. Okay, then for part B, is 85 a number in this sequence? Give a reason for your answer. Okay, so we're starting off on 24, which is a multiple of 8. We're then adding 8 each time. So this sequence is actually starting from 24, it's then the 8 times table. So 85 is not in the 8 times tables, so no. Another way of looking at it is we're starting off with an even number. We are adding even numbers every time, so there are going to be no odd numbers in the sequence. 85 is odd, so 85 is not in there. Okay, number 14 is just use of calculator, so put the fraction in very carefully. We want it as a decimal, so when you put the fraction in and press equals, you will probably get a fraction. To turn it into a decimal, press the SD button. Okay, then for number 15, you can work out the total hire charge in pounds for hiring a 3D printer for a number of weeks. So the total charge is the number of weeks times 70, add 50. Part A. Mia wants to hire a 3D printer for 4 weeks. Work out the total hire charge. So we want to do 4 times £70 is 280, and then add, what happened there, 280, and then we want to add £50 onto that, and we get £330. Okay, then for part B, Zahir hires a 3D printer. His total hire charge is £680. For how many weeks did Zahir hire the 3D printer? So let's say the number of weeks is n. Now, we know the total hire charge is £680. So that's 70 times the number of weeks, so 70n. Add 50. Now we want to solve this for n. So we're going to subtract 50. So we get 630 is 70n. And then we divide through by 70. So we get 9 is equal to n. So it's 9 weeks. Okay, number 16. Here is a rectangle with the lengths 4 centimeters and 6 centimeters. This 6-sided shape is made from two of the rectangles. We want to work out the perimeter. So perimeter is distance around the outside. So let's put some lengths on. We got 6 there, 4 there, 4 there, 6 there, 4 there, 6 there. Now what about this little length? Well, we know this bit is 4, and we know the total height of the rectangle is 6, so this little bit here has to be 2. So if we add all of those together, 6 add 4 is 10, add 6 is 16, add 4 is 20, 26, add 2 is 28, add 4, we get 32 centimeters. Okay, number 17, we have a scale drawing. So the accurate scale drawing shows a telephone mast and a box. Now we're told the width of the box is 1.5 meters. We want to find an estimate for the total height in meters of the telephone mast. So if you had this printed out, you would want to measure the length of the box in centimeters, and you should get around 1.8 centimeters. Then you would measure the height of the telephone mast. So that height, and you should get that is about 10.8 centimeters. Now we can work out how many times taller the mast is than the width of the box. So 10.8 divided by 1.8 gives us 6. So the mast is 6 times taller than the width of the box. So we then do 6 times 1.5 meters, which gives us 9 meters. Okay, number 18. So the table shows information about the number of points scored by 30 students in a quiz. Part A wants us to find the modal number of points. So the mode is the most common, the one that happened the most. So we want the greatest frequency, which is 7, and that was a score of 2. So the modal score is 2. Part B wants us to work out the total number of points scored. Okay, so going in from the top, 4 students scored 0. So that's 0 points. 3 students scored 1 point. So that's 3 points. 7 students scored 2 points. That's 14 points. 5 students scored 3 points. So that's 15 points. 6 students scored 4 points. That's 24. And 5 students scored 25 points. So we now want to add all of those numbers together. So 25 and 24 is 49, and 15 is 64, and 14 is 78, add 3 is 81. Okay, number 19, make x the subject of the formula y equals 2x add 4. So that means get x on its own. So we're going to start by subtracting 4. So we get y minus 4 is equal to 2x. And then we're going to divide through by 2. So it's y minus 4 all over 2 is equal to x. Boom. Okay, number 20. The diagram shows a square, A, B, D, E, and an equilateral triangle, B, C, D. We want to work out the size of angle EBC. So, angle EBC is this whole chop up here. Now, because BCD is equilateral, that means all of its angles are the same size. So they are all 60 degrees, because angles in a triangle add up to 180. Okay, now, because this other chap is a square, we know that this angle has to be a right angle, and it's being cut exactly in half. So a right angle is 90 degrees, 90 divided by 2 is 45. So the green part of this angle is 45 degrees. So in total, it's 45 degrees at 60 degrees, which is 105 degrees. Okay, number 21. Liz wants to go on holiday to South Africa. Liz wants to change £850 into South African Rand. She wants to get as many 200 Rand notes as possible. The exchange rate is £1 equals 18.53 Rand. Work out the greatest number of 200 Rand notes that Liz can get for £850. So, first thing to do then is to work out how many Rand she can get. So, for that, we're going to do 850 times 18.53 Rand. Now that gives us 15,750 4.5 rand. So that's how many rand she gets. We then want as many 200 rand notes as possible. So we then do 15,750.5 divided by 200. Now that gives us 78.7525. So, we're only interested in the whole number, so she can have 78 200 rand notes. Okay, number 22. So, in October, Sally drove 560 miles in her car. The car travelled 34.5 miles for each gallon of fuel used. Petrol costs £1.08p per litre. 1 gallon is 4.55 litres. Work out the cost of petrol the car used in October. So, a lot of converting here to do. So, first of all, let's work out the number of gallons used. So, for that, it goes 34.5 miles on a 1 gallon. So the number of gallons is 560 divided by 34.5. Now, if we go to 2 decimal places, that's going to give us 16.23 gallons. Now to turn that into litres, every 1 gallon is 4.55 litres. So we now want to do 16.23 times 4.55 litres. Now that, again, to 2 decimal places, gives us 73.85. So that's now litres. Every one of those costs £1.08p. So we now do 73.85 times 1.08, and that gives us £79.76p. Okay, number 23 takes the prize as the biggest question I've ever seen. So, Costco sells packets of mints to shop owners. On Monday, 3 shop owners buy mints from Costco. Each shop owner buys small, medium and large packets. Now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. We are asked to work out the total number of medium packets of mints the shop owners buy. So, Alan buys 400 packets of mints. 32% are small packets, 40% are large packets. So, let's deal with Alan first. So, 32% add 40% is 72%. Now, 100% minus 72% is 28%. set. So 28% of the packets Alan buys are medium. So we then want to work out 28% of 400. Now it's calculator paper, so do 0.28 times 400. Now that is gonna give us 112. So Alan buys 112 medium packets. Okay, so on to the next person. So Beryl buys 500 packets of mints. 3/10 are small, or 1/10 are large. So that means for Beryl, 6/10 are medium. So for Beryl, we want 6/10 of 500. Now 1/10 is 50, so 6 times that is 300. Okay, then for Charlie, so Charlie buys 150 small packets of mints, so that the number of small packets to the number of medium packets is 3 to 4. So for Charlie, small to medium is 3 to 4. Now we know he actually buys 150 small packs. So to get from the ratio to 150, we multiply by 50. So we do the same for the medium. 4 times 50 is 200. So Charlie buys 200 medium packs. So finally then, the total is 200 and Beryl's 300 and Alan's 112, which gives us 612. Okay, number 24, we have a Venn diagram. So our universal set are the numbers from 1 to 9. Set A is 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. Set B is 2, 6, 9. Part A wants us to complete the Venn diagram. So 1 is in A but not B. 2 is in B but not A. 3 is in neither. 4 is in neither. 5 is in A. 6 is in both. 7 is in neither. 8 is in A. And then 9 is in both. Okay, then part B, a number is chosen at random from the universal set. Work out the probability that the number is in the set A intersection B. So what that means is A and B, so we're interested in the numbers in the middle. So there's 2 in there, there's 9 numbers altogether, so it's 2 9s. Okay, number 25. Katie invests £200,000 in a savings account for 4 years. The account pays compound interest at a rate of 1.5% per year. We want to work out the total amount of interest Katie will get at the end of 4 years. So to do this, we use decimal multipliers. So 1.5% as a decimal is 0.015. So we then do 200,000 times 1.015. Now that would increase £200,000 by 1.5%, so that would tell us how much is in there after 1 year. We want after 4 years though, so we stick a power of 4 on the multiplier. Now that gives us 212,000 £272 and 71p. So the interest is the stuff on top of £200,000. So that's £12,272 and 71p. Okay, number 26. The table shows information about the heights of 80 plants. Exciting stuff, as always. Part A. Find the interval which contains the median. So for that, we halve 80, which is 40. The reason we do that, the median is the middle. Then we go through and add the frequencies until we find either 40 or bigger. So first one's 7, add 13 is 20, add 14 is 34, add 12 is 46. So the median is in H is greater than 40, less than or equal to 50. Okay, then part B gives us the very exciting task of drawing a frequency polygon. So for these, for the x coordinates, we use the midpoints of the intervals. So for the first one, the coordinates are 15, 7. So do that for all of them. Plot your points and then join them together with straight lines. Be careful with the scale on the y-axis. Every 2 little squares represents 1. Okay, number 27. Sean has drawn a time series graph to show in thousands the number of visitors to a fun park. Or he's tried to. So our job is to write down 2 things wrong with his graph. So the most obvious one is that he's not joined the points with straight lines. On the y-axis, we start at 6 instead of 0, so that's a bit misleading. Along the bottom, the phone's ringing. So along the bottom, what he's done is split each year into quarters. For some reason, he couldn't be asked to write the ones, and also, where there should be ones, there are no values plotted on the graph. Okay, number 28, we have angles in a polygon, so I have a whole brand new playlist on angles, downloadable past paper exam questions. It's linked down below. So we have a hexagon with one line of symmetry straight down the middle. So straight away we can say that this angle is 117 degrees too. Now they tell us stuff we can see on the diagram, so I'm not going to bother reading it. What we aren't, or what we can't see on the diagram, is that angle BCD is 2 times angle CDE. So angle CDE is this guy at the bottom. So let's call that X. Then we know this chap over here is also X. Now we're told that angle BCD is 2 times CDE. So that means this guy is 2x. Which also means this guy is 2x. Now our job is to work out the size of angle AFE. So angle AFE is this guy here. So essentially we want to work out the value of 2x. Now to be able to do that, we need to know what the total angles in a hexagon add up to. So there's a nice trick to this. Draw a hexagon. From one point, draw straight lines to every other corner. Like that. Now what we've done is create 4 triangles. The angles in a triangle add up to 180. So a hexagon has 4 times 180 degrees, which is 720. So what we can do now is add up all the angles we have inside the hexagon. So we have 2 times 117, so that's 234. And then we have 2 lots of 2x and 2 lots of x. Altogether then, that is 6x. So we know 234 add 6x is equal to 720 degrees. So if we take away 234, we get 6x is equal to 486. Okay, now remember what we are trying to find. We're trying to find angle AFE, which is 2x. So instead of finding x, we're going to find 2x. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. So 2x is 162. So AFE is 162 degrees. Okay, number 29, Jeremy has to cover completely 3 tanks with paint. Each tank is in the shape of a cylinder with a top and a bottom. The tank has a diameter of 1.6 meters and a height of 1.8. meters. Jeremy has 7 tins of paint. Each tin of paint covers 5 meters squared. Has Jeremy got enough paint to cover completely 3 tanks? Okay, let's work out the area he can cover. So that's 7 times 5 meters squared. So that's 35 meters squared. So now we need to work out the area that needs to be painted. So we're going to do a 1 tank. So 1 tank has 2 circles, and then the bit that wraps around the outside is actually a rectangle. So let's do a circle first. So the tank has a diameter of 1.6 meters. The area of a circle is pi times radius squared. So we want the radius, which is 0.8 meters. So the area of a circle is pi times 0.8 meters squared. Now that gives us 2.01 blah blah blah, so we would be fine saying that that's just 2 meters squared. Now there are 2 circles on each tank, so 2 circles is then going to be 4 meters squared. So now we need to do the rectangle. So we know the cylinder has a height of 1.8. Now the other length of the rectangle is the circumference of the circle. Circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. So that's going to be 1.6 pi. So the area here is 1.8 meters times 1.6 pi. Now again, that gives us 9.0 blah blah blah. So we're just going to say that's 9 meters squared. So that means the surface area of a 1 tank is 13 meters squared. So 3 tanks are 39 meters squared. He can only cover 35 meters squared. Does he have enough paint? The answer is no. Okay, now the final question, we have simultaneous equations, so I have 2 playlists on these down below, one explaining them in lots of detail, and the other with downloadable past paper exam questions. So, we want to solve these bad boys. First thing to do is call them 1 and 2. Now what we need is 2 equations with the same amount of the same letter. So, I'm going to go for x's here. So to turn 3x into 9x, we need to multiply equation 1 by 3. So if we do 3 times equation 1, we get 9x minus 12y is equal to 33. Now let's call that equation 3. Now we can get rid of the x's by doing either 2 take 3 or 3 take 2. So I'm going to do 3 minus 2. So equation 3 minus equation 2. So we got 9x minus 9x, that cancels out, that's the whole point. Then we have minus 12y minus 2y. So that's going to give us minus 14y. And on the right, we have 33 minus 5. So that's 28. Now from that, we can divide through by minus 14, and we get y is minus 2. So now that we know what y is, we can now find x by substituting our y value into one of the equations. So I'm going to go for equation 2. So now we know 9x, add 2 times minus 2, so that's minus 4. We know that that is equal to 5. So add 5, 9x, add 4, 9x is equal to 9, divide by 9, x is equal to 1. Okay then guys, that's the end of that one. Well done. If you found it useful, please do give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, be awesome. Remember to check out all the content in the description. It's all very useful for your revision. If you have any requests, let me know down below in a comment. For now, take it easy, take care.